Welcome to Daily Overdose.
The powerful truth that nothing will work unless you do speaks to the undeniable reality that success, achievement, and growth all depend on the effort you put in. It is a reminder that while dreams, plans, and aspirations can be motivating, they are meaningless without the commitment to take action. No matter how big or small the goal, the journey towards success requires hard work, discipline, and dedication. The world will not hand you success on a silver platter. You must actively pursue it by consistently taking the necessary steps to make your dreams a reality. It's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment, the right opportunity, or the ideal conditions to begin working toward your goals. However, the truth is that success doesn't wait for everything to align perfectly. It demands that you show up and take action, regardless of the challenges or uncertainties. Nothing worthwhile comes from passivity. It's the consistent, everyday effort that compounds and leads to tangible results. The key to making progress is to push yourself forward, even when motivation is low or when obstacles seem overwhelming. In fact, it's during the tough times that your resilience and dedication are truly tested, and these are the moments that define your journey toward success. The phrase also emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility. No one else can live your dreams for you, nor can anyone else take the necessary actions on your behalf. Success is in your hands, and it is up to you to take ownership of your goals and make them happen. It requires the willingness to do the work, even when no one is watching or when the effort seems to go unnoticed. Behind every success story is a person who refused to give up, who put in the time, energy, and effort, and who didn't rely on others to carry them through. Your dreams will not come true without your active involvement. Your passion, persistence, and determination are the engines that will drive you forward. Furthermore, this principle speaks to the importance of consistency. It's easy to start strong with great enthusiasm, but true success comes from maintaining momentum, even when the initial excitement fades. Small, consistent actions are far more powerful than sporadic bursts of effort. Building a routine and sticking to it even on days when motivation wanes is how real progress is made. Whether you are working on a personal project, building a business, or striving for self-improvement, the ongoing effort will eventually lead to results. The most successful people in the world didn't get to where they are by waiting for inspiration. They got there through relentless work, day in and day out. This concept also highlights the need for discipline and focus. It's not enough to simply wish for success or hope that things will work out on their own. You must have the discipline to stay on track, especially when things get difficult or when distractions tempt you to deviate from your path. Discipline is about making the right choices consistently, even when they are not the easiest or most enjoyable options. It's about pushing through resistance and continuing to take steps toward your goal, no matter how long the journey may seem. Success requires you to do the work, even when it's uncomfortable or when you don't feel like it. Another important element of nothing will work unless you do is taking initiative. It's not enough to wait for opportunities to come to you. You must go out and create them. You must be proactive, whether that means making decisions, seeking solutions, or reaching out for the things you want. Success is built on your willingness to step outside of your comfort zone and take the first step, even if you don't have all the answers yet. It's about being resourceful, learning as you go, and taking calculated risks to move forward. It's about showing up and doing the work, even when the outcome is uncertain. One of the most important aspects of this principle is that it empowers you to take control of your life. Instead of waiting for circumstances to change or for things to fall into place, you recognize that you hold the power to shape your future. Every decision you make, every action you take, contributes to your progress. It gives you the ability to make your dreams a reality through your own efforts. It shifts your mindset from one of passivity to one of ownership and agency. When you fully embrace the idea that nothing will work unless you do, you become the architect of your own success. Additionally, this principle teaches you the value of hard work and perseverance. Success is often a long, hard road, and it's easy to get discouraged when progress seems slow or when setbacks occur. However, it's during these times that persistence pays off. Every step you take, even the small ones, brings you closer to your goal, building on the idea that nothing will work unless you do. It becomes clear that the process of achieving your goals is deeply intertwined with your willingness to push yourself forward, regardless of circumstances. Every obstacle or difficulty you face is an opportunity in disguise, a chance to prove your resilience and reinforce your determination. It's not the absence of problems that leads to success, but your capacity to confront and overcome them through consistent effort and hard work. This mindset turns challenges into stepping stones, ensuring that each setback brings you one step closer to your goal rather than deterring you from your path. The importance of action cannot be overstated. There are countless people with dreams, ideas, and aspirations, but the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the willingness to take consistent and purposeful action. When you set a goal, you are setting in motion a series of actions, and each of those actions contributes to the end result. It's easy to get caught up in planning, thinking, or hoping for the best outcome, but without the willingness to act, nothing happens. The plans and strategies you create are tools, but they need to be executed for them to bear fruit. Your ideas only have value when you take steps to implement them, and even the most elaborate plans are useless without the dedication to follow through. Moreover, the journey towards success requires patience. Progress may often be slower than expected, and it can be discouraging to put in the effort without seeing immediate results. However, this is where persistence becomes crucial. It's important to trust that the efforts you put in now will pay off over time, even if it doesn't seem like they're yielding results immediately. Consistent work compounds, meaning that every action, no matter how small, adds up over time and brings you closer to where you want to be. The key is to maintain belief in the process and continue taking the necessary steps day after day. In addition to patience, the principle of nothing will work unless you do also requires flexibility. Sometimes the path to success is not a straight line. You will likely encounter unexpected detours, challenges, and even failures along the way. The ability to adapt and keep moving forward, despite these twists and turns, is essential for long-term success. Being willing to learn from mistakes, adjust your approach when necessary, and keep going, despite setbacks, is a powerful trait. You may not always know exactly how things will unfold, but you can always control your effort and determination to persist through whatever comes your way. The phrase also emphasizes the importance of self-discipline. It's easy to get distracted by the distractions of daily life, but achieving your goals requires the ability to stay focused and keep working on your priorities, even when the outside world may be calling you elsewhere. Self-discipline is what ensures that you show up each day, put in the work, and stay committed, even when it would be easier to give up or take a break. It's this consistency day after day that separates those who achieve their dreams from those who remain stuck. It's not the one-time bursts of effort, but the steady, daily grind that will ultimately lead to success. Another important aspect of this principle is the idea of taking responsibility for your own progress. Success is not dependent on luck, other people, or circumstances. It's a direct result of the actions you take and the effort you put in. When you take full ownership of your progress, you no longer blame external factors for your challenges. Instead, you recognize that you are the one who has the power to overcome obstacles, push through difficulty, and keep moving toward your goals. This mindset shifts you from a passive observer to an active creator of your own destiny. You stop waiting for the perfect moment or for someone else to solve your problems, and instead, you take charge of the work that needs to be done. The truth is, success rarely comes easily, and it's often the hardest working individuals who rise above the noise. The people who achieve great things aren't always the most talented, the smartest, or the luckiest. They are the ones who put in the work day after day, often behind the scenes and without recognition. They are the ones who continue to show up, even when it feels like the world is against them. This consistency in action, no matter how small the steps, is what leads to lasting success. You may not see the fruits of your labor immediately, but if you commit to your goals, remain focused, and continue to put in the effort, the results will come. Nothing will work unless you do also reinforces the importance of mindset. The way you think about your goals and the work you're doing plays a significant role in your success. When you understand that nothing will work unless you do, it becomes a call to action that pushes you to acknowledge the importance of your role in your own success. This principle serves as a reminder that outcomes are not just a result of dreams, desires, or ambitions. They are born from the consistent effort and actions you take. Success doesn't simply appear because you want it. It manifests when you put in the necessary work, when you sacrifice, and when you stay committed, despite obstacles. The truth is, all the preparation, planning, and thinking in the world won't get you anywhere unless you act. There is an infinite number of people with fantastic ideas, great plans, and impeccable knowledge. But what separates them from the ones who succeed is the ability to take initiative and act on their visions. It is far too easy to become paralyzed by uncertainty, doubt, or fear of failure. But in those moments, it's important to remember that action trumps all. Every action you take, no matter how small, is a step forward. So even if you're not sure of the outcome, taking action is always better than inaction. The statement also highlights the importance of making progress, even when it feels like it's not happening as fast as you'd like. There will be times when things don't seem to move, when the work you put in feels like it's not yielding the results you expected. But the reality is that success isn't always immediate. It's often built over time. Trusting the process is crucial. Each effort, each step you take, is a seed planted in the ground. And though the results may not appear overnight, with continued effort, they will eventually blossom. The real value comes from showing up, even when you're not seeing the instant rewards. Over time, your effort compounds, and those small, consistent actions will give you results that are far greater than you could imagine. In fact, one of the most powerful aspects of this principle is its ability to teach resilience. When you realize that nothing works unless you do, you become more adept at bouncing back after setbacks, failure, or disappointment. You learn to view these challenges not as insurmountable roadblocks, but as temporary detours that are part of the journey. Instead of quitting or giving up, you dig deeper, find new ways to approach the problem, and continue putting in the effort. Resilience becomes a muscle that grows stronger the more you exercise it, and your ability to push through difficult times increases. It's in these tough moments that your character is forged, and your capacity for growth expands.
Thank you for watching our videos. Please like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss another video.